Just a quick short intro before we begin the video. Thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Anyways, let's get straight into this 500 subscriber special. So we start off at Battle of Gods, where the events occur as usual. Beerus is really impressed with Super Saiyan God. Looks like these Saiyans could eventually become his true rivals. Goku was amazing in Beerus' eyes, and he had so much potential, and this potential had to be shaped immediately. He didn't have the patience to wait that long. So Beerus threatens Earth. He threatens Goku. He places his hand right above Goku's forehead, threatening to Hakai him from existence if he didn't start his training with Whis immediately. Goku obviously isn't too happy about this threat, but he's pretty hyped up about training with Whis. Of course, Vegeta immediately interjects as well, demanding to get training from Whis as well. He wasn't gonna let Goku surpass him any longer, and wanted the Super Saiyan God power for himself. So Whis decides to transport both Goku and Vegeta to Beerus' planet. 30 minutes later, they arrive at Beerus' planet, a weird looking planet with green grass and purple trees. Goku and Vegeta want to start their training immediately. Honestly, Whis wanted to savor some of the sweets and treats he got from Bulma on Earth, but their enthusiasm rubs off onto him, so he decides to start training them immediately. Goku and Vegeta are put through intense training, unlike anything they've ever experienced. Their body, soul, and mind are put to the test by Whis' harsh training methods, and their ki and power levels rise significantly in a short period of time. One thing to note before I continue the story is that this is actually 6 months ahead of schedule for Goku, because Vegeta had actually trained for 6 months under Whis before Goku had actually arrived at Beerus' planet in canon. So Goku actually gets 6 months extra of training. Vegeta benefits from this as well, because Goku is there to serve as motivation and as an extra sparring partner. So in just a few months time, Goku and Vegeta have already unlocked and harnessed Super Saiyan Blue. This was a significant achievement. Beerus was impressed at their level and speed of growth. And this is actually 4 months before Frieza's arrival on Earth. So Goku and Vegeta still have a lot more training to do. Whis suggests to start on some specialized training. He wanted both Goku and Vegeta to harness the powers of self-movement, the powers of autonomous Ultra Instinct, the power of the angels. And so, in the next month or so, Goku and Vegeta start learning and trying to tap into Ultra Instinct. However, Vegeta soon realizes that this power did not align with his own personality at all. He was too much of a thinker during fights, and this power did not align with his fighting style or technique, and he ended up just wasting time trying to learn this Ultra Instinct move. It aligned far more with Kakarot's personality. So Vegeta approaches this topic with Whis. Honestly, Whis was a bit dismayed at this. I mean, this was his technique and Vegeta didn't want to learn it. But oh well, what could he do? He points Vegeta to Beerus, telling Vegeta that Ultra Instinct wasn't the only godly technique available to him. In fact, Beerus had a power at his arsenal that Vegeta could harness and tap into. Possibly a power that's more easy to harness than Ultra Instinct. Vegeta was a bit reluctant at first. I mean, Beerus was a lazy cat who didn't do anything all day. How could he be a good teacher? Beerus scoffs at this, telling him that he would teach Vegeta in the best way possible. Vegeta wouldn't even deny his ultimate teaching expertise after this intense training session. So Vegeta and Goku split up, with Vegeta training with Beerus while Goku continues his training with Whis, trying to tap into Ultra Instinct. Both of them undergo intense training during this 4-month period, and as usual, the events of Resurrection F take place. A Frieza ship arrives on Earth, and Frieza steps out. He had undergone 4 months of intense training and unlocks a new power to defeat those Saiyan monkeys. As usual, he deploys his soldiers first just to, see the situation on Earth, how the fighters will handle them. And as usual, the entire Frieza army gets obliterated. Of course, this is until Frieza himself steps in, and the rusty Gohan is unable to fend off Frieza. Just as Frieza is about to finish Gohan off, Goku instant transmissions onto the scene and immediately deflects the blast, hitting Gohan's way, saving Gohan's life. Now, Goku prepares to face off against Final Form Frieza, and this Goku is far different from the Goku we saw in canon, with 6 months extra training on Beerus' planet and some specialized training under Whis. Goku is far ahead of Frieza in this form and immediately passes Frieza around, throwing him around like a ragdoll. Frieza is disappointed at his own power. How could Goku be so far ahead of him? He was pissed and angry. Looks like he just had to bring out his trump card immediately as he starts transforming, the entire earth shaking due to the immense power he was emanating. All the Z fighters were afraid as Frieza finally shows off his new transformation. A golden aura surrounds him. This was Golden Frieza. And honestly, Goku expected more. I mean, the jump power was pretty impressive, but it felt quite insignificant compared to his own power. Of course, Frieza saw Goku is mocking him, immediately challenging Goku to transform into that Super Saiyan form of his. However, Goku shows off a new transformation, Super Saiyan God. He believed that Super Saiyan God was more than enough to handle Frieza at this level of power. Goku and Frieza launch each other, and Goku immediately has the upper hand as he throws Frieza around like a ragdoll and immediately lands a lethal punch on Frieza, sending Frieza flying into the distance. Frieza crashes through a few mountains before catching himself mid-air. How the hell was Goku this strong? Goku didn't seem to even be using his full power. Frieza was angry and pissed off. There was no way he was gonna go down like this. No way! However, before Frieza could respond, Goku immediately charges a Kamehameha, too fast for Frieza to even register before wiping him out of existence. Goku honestly wasn't impressed with Frieza's power at all, so he just decided to end the fight quick. After all, he didn't want to repeat what happened on Namek. So now we move on into the Universe 6 tournament arc. And Goku and Vegeta take their training into the hyperbolic time chamber as usual for 3 years. They were going to harness the powers they learned from Beerus and Whis respectively. Vegeta had already started tapping into Ultra Ego somewhat. However, his power was still unsteady and he could only activate it when he was low on stamina. However, unfortunately for Goku, he couldn't even tap into Ultra Instinct Omen at will at this point in time. Vegeta was far ahead in terms of his progression in the Ultra Ego form. So, as Vegeta and Goku clash, Vegeta taps into Ultra Ego, and Goku is immediately completely outmatched. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken just to try to get an edge over Vegeta. However, Vegeta's power far eclipses Goku at this point in time. Goku is pushed to his limit as the Hakai Ball is sent towards him. Goku tries to push it back. However, the Hakai Ball just continuously flies towards him. It wasn't slowing down. Goku uses all his power to try to push the ball back. However, the ball expands and expands and explodes, causing Goku to disappear in a flash of light. Vegeta wasn't worried at all. There was no way his rival, his lifelong rival, was going to fall to this technique. There was no way. And just as Vegeta started to dump himself, the entire hyperbolic time chamber starts to shake under a new guise of power as the power erupts in front of Vegeta. Vegeta merely smirks. This was Ultra Instinct Omen. Goku finally tapped into the power Whis was training him towards, and now they continue their fight. Vegeta smirks. this was gonna be a fun one as they launched towards each other. And this is where I'll leave off for now. Who will win the fight between Goku and Vegeta? And how will the Universe 6 tournament go? These are all things you have to find out on the next part on what if Goku and Vegeta got Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego early. I'll see you in the next video.